Yeah, and it's and there's more stats too that are really interesting that I had just heard this morning. Actually, it was a young lady saying that that if a woman goes into marriage as a virgin, meaning she's never had sexual intercourse with a man or woman, I don't know what the into, prior to being married, she has an 80% chance of her marriage being successful. If she had sex with 5 or more men, it reduces to 30%. Isn't that wild?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because if she's been with one dude and the next dude is not performing as well as that first one,
sure,
it's just not going to work, man.
She's going to keep searching.
It's just not going to work.
Damn. It's like a drug addict almost. Just keep like trying to
That's
chase that high.
Man. That's what they do.
That's very interesting. Yeah. Good luck finding a virgin.
Oh my
That's
God.
what I was thinking about. It's like, wait, we gotta find a virgin first?
God damn. No wonder there's so many pedophile teachers.
Oh, dude, come on. These guys aren't trying to marry people, bro. They're trying to destroy people's lives. No, but yeah, I don't think, especially in Los Angeles, you're finding no virgins.
There are no virgins in LA.
No.
Damn.
There isn't, dude.
There's none.
It doesn't exist out here.
I don't think virgins exist. The only way a woman will be a virgin today is either one, she was raised up in a really strict religion and she actually believes that religion. It could be anything. Or she's sheltered. Like extremely sheltered. Actually 3. The last one is very crippling social anxiety, or something like that. Apart from those 3 things, God and, a really strict family and like mental issues or social issues, I don't see a lot of guys finding virgins today. I tell guys, like, you're not going to find one.
Wow.
And if they do, she's lying. So I mean,
and if they do, she's probably lying.
Damn, bro, you're calling out these ladies, huh?
Hey, man, I don't care if bro. It don't even matter. Like when you think about it, like it don't matter if she a virgin or not, bro.
I mean, clearly it does. We just went through the stats. She has an 80% chance of having a successful marriage if you wait. And
you just gotta perform, bro.
What the?
You just gotta be able to perform.
What are you saying?
And those stats won't mean shit.
No, that's the short term. I mean, are you referring to sex? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
Sexually perform?
What else am I gonna refer to?
For how long though? How long are you until you become impotent? You can't have sex forever.
Shit.
Eventually, it turns into companionship.
A lot of that has to do with the concept that's called being alpha widowed. Whereas, what it means is just like if a woman dates a bunch of guys, right? It's just hypothetically speaking, she's a serial dater. Eventually, she's going to run into a guy who's just going to outperform every other guy by like a mile. And what will eventually start to happen is when she decides to settle down, probably not with him, she will compare every single guy after that to that guy. So it's an alpha widow. That was her alpha. And so the more guys you date, the more guys you sleep with, the more guys you associate yourself with, the more guys you have to compare to when you actually get married.
Right. Do you think men and women can be friends? Platonically?
Absolutely not.
I don't think so either. Because every friend is a girl that I've had, I want to all of them. If I'm being dead honest.
well, no, I'm gonna disagree with both of you guys. Not that.
I'm just being honest.
That doesn't make sense.
You're keeping it real, man.
Come on, man. I mean, you've never had a girlfriend, friend that's a girl that you're like, man, she's kind of attractive. If the opportunity were to arise, or if I were to, try to initiate with something with this young, I would do it, right?
Wait, but why does that end the friendship?
Huh?
Why does that end the friendship? You don't have to continue having sex with her. Sure. But if it's just that one time and you continue to be friends, bro, it's chill.
Once you smash, it's no longer platonic situation.
It can't be. It's impossible.
It's done.
It's done, dude. Yeah,
it's done, man. It gets weird.
Yeah,
it gets weird.
Different. Yeah.
It gets weird.
Yeah.
You guys know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I mean, that's just insane. I mean, like,
but I'm willing to destroy. No, I'm just kidding. A lot of guys out here are willing to destroy all their friendships. It's the women who are like, oh, I don't want to ruin this. He's like, no, I kind of do.
Let's ruin this,
I'm just trying to have a good time, man.
I don't give up.
Yeah, it's funny. I was watching this hilarious clip earlier today, and there was this girl on this podcast, and the guy was telling her, like, there's no way, like, men and women can be platonically friends. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Absolutely impossible. And she's like, I don't believe you. And he's like, well, get your best friend on the phone right now, your guy best friend on the phone right now, and tell him, hey, I miss you. Why haven't we ever dated? So she does. Guy picks up the phone, and she said, hey, like, why haven't we ever dated? And then he said, well, because of your ex, I just feel like, you weren't ready for commitment. He was right there. He was ready to go.
Damn.
And that's her best friend, and she was shocked. She was like, oh my God, he wants me too. It's like, of course he does. Of course he does. That's like having a lion as a pet and thinking it's going to be a house dog. It's like, what are you doing? That thing's going to eat you someday.
Well, what if that lion's ugly as shit? You feel me? Like, what if the girl's like,
the girl's ugly? Then the girl usually wants to date the guy.
True.
And here's the other thing too. There's too many
right.
variables to this thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, what happens when the girl gets in a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
The relationship's over.
Sure. Yeah.
What happens when the guy gets in a relationship? The relationship's over. Now you have another person who has say so in in your best friend thing.
Right. It can't. Yeah. It doesn't work. But but there's a lot of people that believe that it can work. And I don't know what to tell these people, but
they're crazy.
Yeah, they're crazy. But that's okay. To each their own. If people want to live like that, that's fine. None of my business.
Yeah, I never thought about it that way. Yeah, as soon as you get into a relationship, like
it's done.
Yeah, you can't.
Relationship is gonna kill it. A marriage is gonna kill. No, really, think about this. It's impossible to have a lifelong friendship. With the opposite sex.
Right.
You can do it with the guy, because even if you do have kids, you can still call each other, and there's too many variables. People get jealous.
Right.
And who's really that awesome that you want to deal with I don't know if I'm comfortable with this. No, I'm not going to let them go, and the drama. Nah.
Yeah.
Most people are like, hey.
That's true. Yeah, I wouldn't want to deal with that shit either. It's just like you have your wife right there. Like, you got to pick one or the other.
But then you also think, like, like a part of me does, think like there's absolutely no way, like there's no way men and women can be just friends, But then I think, like, like what if you are in a relationship, and then your girlfriend's like, hey, like, like I do have like this guy best friend, you know what I mean? Like, so it comes to the point where it's like, if you're negating her, the ability to be able to see this person or communicate with this friend that she had previously to you, does that mean that you don't trust your partner? So I mean, like, so where do you guys really stand? You know what I mean?
Does that mean she doesn't respect me in the relationship?
Well, it's like, initially you're also disrespecting her because you're not giving her, you're telling her what to do. You're trying to control her life.
Why did I have to drop my?
She's lacking empathy, not thinking about your feelings too, right? So it's like it's a double thing.
Yeah. I'd say you don't have to control her.
Right.
You don't have to tell her what to do. I've been in that situation before, and the right way to go about that situation is just say, hey, whatever we got going on right now is cool. But if this was to get serious, if you want this to get serious, then you'd have to cut off that friendship. But the choice is hers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's different. It's different from telling a woman, like, you can't have male friends. No. You see all that stuff before it gets serious. Now you can't be the controlling person because you were fair. You were honest about how you want your relationship to go.
Yeah.
The guys that, like, get really mad, but, she was hanging out with him and they were going on friends dates.
Oh, nah.
You see me? Like, come on, bro. Really?
You know why that happens, dude? It's because a lot of times, like, people, when they enter into a relationship, they want to be the coolest. They want to be like, yeah, I trust him. I understand. Like, I want to, make this work. But then later on, once you get more attached to this person and you feel like you have ownership over them in a way, you start to realize, oh my God, I'm not okay with that. But I've already made the president. I've already made, like, the idea of who I am to this person that's just very lax, like, like I'm okay with whatever they were doing. Now that it got serious, it's too late. Now you can't go back, and that's very interesting that you say that. You have to set the tone in the beginning before you get serious. That's very good. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense.